Over the last few years, those of us who are fans of retro games have been eating very, very well. Thanks to the works of many passionate fans, we have received a number of Japanese-only games finally translated into English for those in the Western world. We've gotten multiple Shin Megami Tensei games, dang near all of the Goemon series, and heck, we got Princess Crown. Freaking Princess Crown. Whew, what a time to be a fan of retro games. And the hits just keep on coming. Not only did we get the first PoPoLoCrois game translated into English, but now we have the sequel in English as well. Once again, a big thank you to the translators and passionate fans that made this possible. Thank you so much. Hey there, this is Megablade J, and this is my review of PoPoLoCrois Story 2 for the Sony PS1. And to be honest, I'm still not sure if I'm saying this right. Some people have told me you say it like cross. Others tell me you say it like croissant. I have honestly no idea. I'm just gonna keep saying cross, PoPoLoCrois. So by all means, yell at me in the comments. PoPoLoCrois Story 2 is a classic turn-based JRPG. It was made by G Artists and published by SCIE for the PS1 on January of 2000. A quick review for those new to the series. PoPoLoCrois started off as a Japanese manga. It was a huge success and led to several games, spin-offs, and anime OVAs. In fact, the original PoPoLoCrois was one of the first releases for the PS1 and one of its earliest hits. As the story goes, it's been 2 years since Pietro and his friends rescued his mom, defeated the ice demon, and saved the world from an eternal winter. Now at the age of 12, he is considered a man. As such, he must perform a coming-of-age ceremony to inherit the crown. Guess kids were built differently in medieval times. After completing the ceremony, he is visited by a mysterious prophet. The prophet warns Pietro that looks can be deceiving, evil is gathering, and that he must be prepared to stop it. It seems it's a very slow evil, as 3 more years pass by. Now 15, Pietro gets tricked very easily into slaying a guardian earth dragon and sets off events that will lead the land to ruin. And so starts Pietro's next adventure to right the wrong he did, face the forces of evil, and save the world. I thought the story was just as good or better than the first games. Like the first game, the story starts off pretty lighthearted. You'll be reacquainting yourself with returning locales, meeting up with old and new party members, and dealing with Gami's BS. But you meet the main villains earlier in the first game. This, and some more serious plot twists, sets the tone for a more focused story earlier on. With that said, it still has plenty of humor and is nowhere near as dark as most JRPGs for the time. Characters are still charming, NPC dialogue can be silly as heck, and the world you explore is still bright and beautiful. There is a major focus on Pietro and Narcia's budding relationship. This can be both a little annoying and absolutely adorable, as the two have no idea what they're doing. Gameplay is split up into exploring the overworld and fighting battles. While in the overworld, you can explore towns and dungeons, buy and equip items, and talk to NPCs to gain clues on where to head to next. Combat is pretty similar to the first games. You wander around the overworld until you get into a random encounter. The battle system is a mixture of strategy and turn-based combat. Each turn, you can use an item, defend, or attack your foes with physical, magic, or special attacks. The position you attack from is important, as attacks from the back will do more damage. The movement grid is gone, with characters able to move a certain distance on the battlefield each turn. While the gut system is no longer here, one unique feature that does return is that your magic and special attacks gain experience. The more you use these attacks, the more they level up. As they level up, they will become more powerful, gain more range, and be able to hit multiple targets at once. The only real downside is that as they upgrade, they will cost more MP. While this game is just as fun as the first one, it does share its one major flaw: the encounter rate. While it's manageable most of the time, certain areas have a very, 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 very high encounter rate. Like, sometimes you can barely get a step in before you're fighting another round of robotic pigs with missile launchers. This is annoying near the beginning of the game, as well as when backtracking through areas. Fortunately, you do get more attacks that can hit a wide range, as well as gaining a enemy repel spell pretty early on. But until then, it can be a bit annoying. The game originally came on 3 discs. This seems to have been due to the vast majority of cutscenes and story events being fully voiced. The voice acting and music is fantastic, with important events using anime cutscenes. At first, I thought the graphics were the exact same as the first games, but comparing them side to side, you can definitely see an improvement. Sprites are way more detailed and have more impressive and flashy animations in battle. The game is still drawn in the same chibi art style and is still adorable. And fortunately, the characters no longer have that creepy, dead eye look. Ugh. The art is still done by, and I'm still not going to attempt to say his name. His works include the original PoPoLoCrois manga, Star Agent, and a title called Mahima Gomen. The PS1 version of PoPoLoCrois Story 2 was only released in Japan, but there is an English fan translation online. While this version never left its home country, it did get released out west as PoPoLoCrois on the PSP. From what I understand, that version was a mixture of the first 2 games, but it changed the story a bit and skipped some major plot points. I actually own this game, just never played it. Now that I play both 1 and 2, it might be kind of neat to play this version to see what the differences are. If you want to own a copy, you have a few choices. The PSP version, while in English, is not the same game, from what I understand. As of this recording, a copy can be found for around $20 to $50 online. The PS1 version is a bit cheaper and ranges from $10 to $30 online. Overall, I had an amazing time with PoPoLoCrois Story 2. It had a fun combat system, the story was just as good as the first games, and it took over 40 hours to beat. If you're a fan of the series, or if you're looking for another classic PS1 JRPG, I highly recommend this game. Fun fact, PoPoLoCrois Story 2 is actually the 3rd game in the series. From what I can tell, the second seems to be a turn-based strategy game called PoPoLoCrois. Hopefully we get that translated soon too. This has been Megablade J. If you enjoyed the review, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more Let's Plays, reviews, and my poor attempts to entertain you all. Thanks for watching, and see you all next mission. Bye.